What's up everybody, my name is Matt Hay and I'm here to start a new video series called The Real Review. So The Real Review is where I watch a movie, I give you my thoughts and opinions on it. As simple as that, I review it. One thing we need to get clear from the start is that movies are entirely subjective. So what I might think is awesome might not be what you think is awesome, but that's okay. So just to give you a little bit of a background on me, I am a movie fanatic. I love going to the movies. I love that whole experience, you know, with popcorn and sitting in a dark theater with a bunch of other people that just want to be there to see something awesome on the screen. Today, if you weren't able to tell, I'm going to be reviewing Jurassic World. So Jurassic World has been out for a couple of weeks already. I'm already late to the game as far as posting my review, my thoughts and opinions on it. But it came out a couple of weeks ago. It's crushing box office records. And I want to give you my thoughts as to what I thought about the movie and why maybe it is killing it. Directed by Colin Trevorrow, it stars Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt, Jake Johnson, Vincent D'Onofrio. I have been anticipating this movie for years and years and years. As a kid, Jurassic Park was like my favorite movie. It was terrifying, it was amazing, all at the same time. Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, or The Lost World Jurassic Park, that movie I loved as well, even though it's not as good as the first movie. It's not terrible, but it's not as good as the first movie. And then Jurassic Park 3 came out in like 2001. I think I was in high school at that point in time, and I didn't know any better. I thought it was okay. Jurassic World is the opportunity that the franchise had to reinvigorate the series, to bring it back to where it's been, to kind of erase the mistakes of maybe the past couple of movies, to bring it back to that core of the center Jurassic Park movie, because that movie was awesome. So Jurassic World takes place 22 years after the events of the first Jurassic Park. This time around, the biggest thing that's different is that it is a fully operational theme park, and it gets thousands upon thousands of visitors each and every day. And you get a good sense of this at the beginning of the movie. Essentially what happens is, you know, sales are sluggish, attendance is low at the park. So what do? They create a bigger, louder, smarter dinosaur with more teeth. What could go wrong? So essentially what happens is the dinosaur breaks out, eats a bunch of people, and the main people got to figure out how to stop this. How are we going to stop this ridiculous monster that we've created? I'm going to stop right there because one thing I want to make sure in doing these videos is not spoil the movie for you, just in case you're one of the 4 people in the world that hasn't seen this movie already. So let me just say, Jurassic World I thought was awesome. I had so much fun at this movie. It was ridiculous. I went back and saw it again, and I had just as much fun the second time. I felt like a child again. I wanted to go there so bad. I wanted to hug a brontosaurus and ride a triceratops. You know, I wanted to do those things. There were a couple of times where I felt genuinely like, ooh, this is a little bit scary. The movie succeeded in taking me back to how I felt when I was a child and I saw the original Jurassic Park. I was like this. And on that, I immediately got to give it a thumbs up because the other films never did that to me. In regards to the acting, you know, Chris Pratt, he's really the man in this movie. He can do no wrong at this point in his career. He brings so much charisma and character, and he's just really fun. He's toned down. He's not like Star-Lord in Guardians, and he's definitely the one that you care about the most in the movie. So great job, Chris. Bryce Dallas Howard I thought was good. There was a lot of debate around her character, but I thought she did perfectly fine for what she was doing, and the chemistry between her and Chris Pratt was really good. The kids I thought were okay. There's a lot of people that didn't like the kids. The young one got a lot of hate, and so did the older one, but the young one got a lot of hate just because of how he was acting in different situations. But I actually really liked the young kid because he reminded me of my kids, and they're just general excitement about things. I was able to resonate with that on an emotional level, so that's why I thought that was awesome. I know not everybody's going to have that same thought, but I'm just telling you why I think that. I would say that it's a little bit predictable, but one thing you just got to remember, you got to go into this movie just wanting to be entertained. There are problems in the movie with the story. There are problems with the characters, maybe being a little too stock or maybe even being a little too silly at times. But this movie is so much fun. Colin Trevorrow is a huge Jurassic Park fan. You can see that. There are so many nods, so many references. You can see that in his filmmaking. The first movie is still the best movie. Jurassic Park is still the best. Jurassic World, I would say, is the next best sequel. I don't think in a Jurassic Park series, in a Jurassic Park franchise, you're ever going to recapture that magic that you got in the first movie. So I think the rest of the franchise is going to spend their time trying to make the second best movie in the franchise. And I want to own a raptor now to train on my own. Can I do that? Can I do that? They're telling me no, I can't do that. So, no. Okay. Will you call me though if that changes? Okay. Thanks. Okay. I'm going to say that this movie is super entertaining. You should definitely check it out. I actually enjoyed the 3D version in IMAX when normally I don't like 3D movies. So check it out in there. It was definitely worth it. If you like this review, if you didn't like this review, let me know in the comments section underneath the video, and like the video and subscribe if you want to see more. Have a super fantastic day, and we will talk later on.